The nerd is back in a brand new adventure in the Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit, and I couldn't be more stoked. The game releases on October 23rd to Steam, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. And shout out to the beautiful folks over at RetroWare for giving me an early access code for the game. When you first launch the game, you're greeted with a beautiful mini AVGN episode to set yourself up for the adventure.
You can call me the Angry Video Game Nerd.
There he is!
Or the Nerd for short. I play the
Oh, he's so handsome.
So
I love how he's basically doing an episode for the game. Oh! God, that looks incredible, actually.
Ain't no way you're getting this video on the NES cartridge because yes, this game is releasing on an NES cartridge, so Steam and console users, please enjoy this because I sure did. We see a beautiful 8-bit nerd, which is just wonderful to look at, and then we get another beautiful insert from the nerd. The nerd explains that there are 6 levels, and then we get a final bloody battle. Let's hop into it. Right off the bat in the devil level, we have a very spooky ghost and goblin style cemetery here, and I gotta tell you, great detail was put into the level design so far because wow, this place is scary. We got Frankenstein monster shooting bolts out of his hands, and that guy is pretty dangerous. We then see Thing from Addams Family running around, and these little fuckers are fast, so you better watch out. Grim Reaper Jason Voorhees is up there floating around, and he's throwing shit at us, so you gotta watch out for these guys too. There's danger all around us, folks. Now, there's one thing I gotta point out, folks. The quality of living in these parts is very dangerous. So if you're thinking of moving here, stay clear, man. It's super dangerous. You will not survive, I can almost guarantee. Good God. Unalive all these bad boys in this level, and guess what? You're met with a bigger foe, a mini-boss. You meet a giant Graves and Groans NES cartridge, and then after that, you go back to the level. But once you get through the level, you get to the final boss. A Satan! And this guy is no joke. I thought there was no way I was gonna beat him until Shit Pickle came out and saved me. And thank God, I found out that Shit Pickle is the game basically saying, hey man, you suck, let me beat him for you. And I'm not gonna complain about that. Which, by the way, I did play this game on the easiest difficulty, okay? Sue me, come on now. The next level we're venturing to is Specimen, which takes place in a soda factory. The next enemy that we're going up against is skeleton robots, and I gotta tell you, that is awesome. Hey, do you gentlemen know where I can get a soda around here? This is a soda factory. We then have a floating skull thing shooting 2 balls out of his mouth. Better watch out for those guys. I hate those things. Now, of course, this level is a clear nod to the Batman game for NES, which is one of the best games on the platform, if I may say so myself. But I do not recommend, if you do travel here, getting your soda here, even though this is a soda factory, because I can imagine that the skeleton robots and the flying skulls that shoot balls out of their mouth is not up to government cleanliness standard, right? So you're gonna have to get your beverage elsewhere. One of the only complaints that I have with this game so far is that I wish you could angle your gun in a different direction, because it's very hard to kill some of the flying enemies, if it's even possible to begin with. It goes without saying that this game is so hard. You will rip your hair out, I promise. Like I said, I played this on the easiest difficulty and I still wanted to scream. Get through the soda factory, and the boss of this level is not Pepsi Man, but it is Pepsi Man, and boy, he gave me a run for my money. Like I said, considering this game is hard, you're in for it in the boss fights. If you're not playing on easy mode and you run out of lives, it's back to the beginning of the level. But alas, old Joey C did it with the help of Shit Pickle. Now onward to the Turdo Tunnel, and you're basically in poop all the time, so I do not recommend traveling here. I traveled here myself so I could report my findings, but I gotta tell you, I do not recommend that at all because by God, it smells in here. Oh my God, there's poop on the ceiling too. Right when we enter the level, we are greeted with a rabbit of sorts. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but the game calls these things kickaroos. Just stay clear of them because they are dangerous. One of the most annoying enemies in this entire game are these little shit flies over here. And yeah, you can kill them pretty easily, but guess what? They respawn infinitely. So just shoot them, kill them, and move on. Another infuriating enemy in this game are these little hoglin guys, which the game calls battle pigs. And these guys deflect almost every single shot you shoot at them, unless you hit them just right. You do not want to get caught on a small platform with these guys because it's bad news. After you travel through the very long poop chute, you finally get to the boss, appropriately called the Shit Spitter. And this guy wasn't too bad, actually. Beat this big guy and you're one step closer. After him, you get sent to a part of the level where there are a ton of disappearing platforms. And if you're not good at jumping on these, you're going to have a rough time because there are a ton spread throughout the game. And you have like a split second to think about it before it disappears. Just wait till later in the game when you have to dodge enemies and obstacles while jumping on these. You might lose yourself to the music or whatever Eminem said. And just a reminder, folks, if you do travel here, I just want to say that if you die and lose your lives, you got to start all the way back in the beginning of the level. And yes, that does mean you have to kill the poop chute guy again, so just be careful. After a long battle of the poop boss and the rooms after that, you lay eyes on the final boss of the level, TP. And this guy is brutal, but old Joey C had it taken care of with no help at all. Shit Pickle was only there for support. Let's move on. Now, here we are, folks, in Air World, and I gotta tell you, wow, the air is beautiful here. I mean, this is fantastic. Look at the sun is out and everything. This place is absolutely wonderful. Now, I gotta tell you, for this level, if you're not good at platforming, one, what are you doing here? And two, you're gonna be put to the test because this entire level is filled with a lot of very precise jumps. So be prepared. Now here we do see that the sword from Sword Quest is now an enemy of the game. And this is probably the first time I've ever seen a sword as an enemy. But it's pretty cool, and I dig that. Also, here we do see that this area has a Firebird as an enemy. And, if you don't watch out, these guys will knock you off your platform, so be careful. Also in this level, we do have these little blocks that are like trampolines, and you really got to get good at jumping these. And it took me a while to figure out the secret here, but I just want to point out that these like trampoline blocks, very dangerous, absolutely dangerous, because one wrong move, you're roadkill, dog. I'm going to go ahead and report these. I got a lot of paperwork to fill out. You just stay clear of these. Those fuckers are terrible. Also, shout out to these geese things with the giant hole in them. I like their hole. It's pretty cool. One of the hardest parts about this game, and this level in particular, are these rainbow things. And they come back later in the game. Don't you worry about it. These things suck because if you get hit by it or you jump into it, you die immediately. I hate these things so much. As a matter of fact, if I never ever see this in a game again, I will be happy. Eventually, you'll come across the little plane, and you hop in it, and you come up on the boss, the F-14 Tomcat. And you better beat him, because you reset if you die. But he's not too hard. And again, Shit Pickle showed up just to give me emotional support, and didn't help me at all, because I'm very manly and very good at video games. One step closer. Also, it's very cool on the PC and console versions, because we get a little AVGN cutscene in between each level, which is a really nice way to keep us motivated throughout our adventure. And here we are, folks. We all knew it was coming. The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde tribute level. I knew it was going to be here, and I got to tell you, it is beautifully designed. This place is absolutely fantastic. These buildings are wonderfully put together. I'm not sure if anybody even wanted a tribute to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES, because that's like one of the worst games of all time, as I'm sure we're all aware of. But there is one thing that I really didn't want to see in this level, and that is the Top Hat Man with his little bombs. That guy is dangerous. He's the worst. Hey! You keep your bombs away from me, dickhead. Also, make sure you're wearing your trusty hats, because we do have some birds flying around here that shit on you. And I'm not sure what the town could possibly do about that, but I'm gonna host a meeting at Town Hall to see if we can come up with a solution. And I'm assuming that one of the solutions will involve a very big gun, because we gotta take care of these. I'm not trying to get pooped on. The town sees barrels trying to kill you and rogue guillotines, which I don't have words. Clearly, this town has no regard for the safety of the citizens, because you go out and get your mail, get knocked over by a barrel and trip into a guillotine, and boom, there goes your nuts. So congratulations, you lost your nuts because you decided to live here. Now, eventually, you're going to come across the darkness, like you do in the classic Jekyll and Hyde game. And we got some pretty cool and trippy enemies here. We got giant scorpions, floating faces. My advice to you would be to run left and shoot fast, and try to get through it. Eventually, you get to the boss, Latule, the giant floating face. And this guy's a bitch, but he's not too bad. Just dodge his attacks, jump, and shoot. It's pretty standard 8-bit stuff. You know the drill. Moving on. The final level before the final level, the second finest level, I'm not a scientist, we are facing Uncle Fester in Castle Spankenstein. And I'm not kidding, this was probably the shortest level in the entire game. I don't know if I was just lucky and had a god run, but I got through the entire level and the boss in less than 20 minutes. Now here you're gonna come across your standard stuff. You got bats flying around, you got spiders that will shoot webs at you, and if the webs hit you, they immobilize you and you can't jump. So it's very simple stuff, folks. Just shoot the spiders, shoot the bats, don't fall into the pits, and get to the boss. It's very simple. The boss, Fester Drone, is probably my favorite design out of all the bosses. He kicks ass. Dodge his attacks, jump on his platforms, and shoot his dumb little light bulb, and his defeat will come. And finally, we have the final level, Super Mecha Death Christ in the Glitch Abyss. I thought I made it at this point. I was on a high that you wouldn't believe. But this one level took me probably as long as all the levels put together. This bad boy will test your limits, man. Now, throughout this level, you will come across every single enemy that you've encountered throughout the game. And on top of that, the platforms will glitch out and you'll fall through, so you really got to watch your step. It's very dangerous around these parts. One of the most annoying things in this level is the "where did you learn to fly" face lady. And it wasn't until about an hour into the level when I realized that I could kill her with her grenade. And if you don't kill her, she will constantly knock you off platforms. And this is not the level to deal with that, because there are a lot of precise jumps that you gotta nail here. Now, on top of the precise jumping, this level is filled with disappearing platforms. And again, if you didn't practice in the previous levels with the disappearing platforms, you were gonna have a hell of a time, because it is infuriating. You have like a split second to think about it before the platform falls and you die into the abyss. So get good at precision jumping. This is platforming at its hardest, folks. Again, this level is very hard. So in the words of the angry video game nerd himself, the only way to do it is to fucking do it. We eventually come across the mini boss of 3 identical nerds that you have to fight one by one. And I found it easiest to just ignore the nerds shooting at me and just mash the fire button as fast as I could. And I'm pretty proud, because Shit Pickle was nowhere to be found and I did this all by myself. I'm a big boy, man. After this, it's back to the level. The rainbow devil bars return, which is hard enough, but now you have to dodge them while jumping on disappearing platforms. And this single part took over an hour in and of itself. And it was so infuriating, I honestly did not think I was actually going to beat this game. But alas, old Joseph got through it. At this point, I collected about 9 extra lives, and I got to the final boss, Super Mecha Death Christ. And boy, this was one epic battle. He was a hard boy. You gotta constantly block his attacks, jump on top of him, and when his weak point is exposed, you nail the guy with everything you got. And I'm once again incredibly proud to say that I beat him without the help of Shit Pickle. I did it all myself, man. Super Mecha Death Christ gets defeated, and we are greeted with another beautiful ending cutscene, and a secret ending cutscene after the credits. So please play the game to see the teaser. Wow, what a game. And again, folks, this game comes out on October 23rd, 2025, and you can wishlist this on Steam, and you can get it on all modern consoles when it comes out, and I really hope you give it a shot, because old Joey C had a great time playing it. And once again, shout out to the fine folks at RetroWare. Greatly appreciate it. On to the outro. Folks, I gotta tell you, I have played all the AVGN games in the past, and this is honestly probably my favorite one so far. It is unbelievably fun, and it kind of hovers on a line of being almost too hard. It keeps you sucked in. You just want to keep playing it. And I love that there's different difficulty settings. I understand that that's pretty common nowadays in gaming. On the easiest level, you're constantly getting extra lives, energy points, and different upgrades for your weapons, which helps out enormously. And as I've said throughout the video, the best thing that ever happened was Shit Pickle, because if you get too frustrated and you run out of lives and you're about to die, Shit Pickle comes in and basically defeats the boss for you. I thought that was absolutely fantastic because obviously I had to play the game, so it allowed me to play the game. If it wasn't for Shit Pickle, right now, right this second, turn the green screen off. Right this second, I would still be recording the gameplay. And I would have no hair. I'd be bald. I'd literally be bald. All right, turn the green screen back on. Good Lord, that was scary. I had to go back to real life. It was like I was in the movie Last Action Hero and I got shot back through the movie screen and Arnold Schwarzenegger's behind me with a gun. It was very scary. I just want to take a moment to thank my Patreon supporters and YouTube channel members. I greatly appreciate that, folks. If you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/officialjoeyc for all your exclusive Joey C needs, or you can become a YouTube channel member for the same perks and price of Patreon. We got behind the scenes videos, bonus content, the list goes on, folks. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and YouTube channel members. I greatly appreciate that, folks. Thank you for watching this wonderful different video that I really don't do too often. I rarely review games, but wanted to sprinkle in a little examination in there, and I hope you enjoyed it, folks. Thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Keep your eye out for the next video, episode, movie, live stream, whatever it is, man. Listen, cherish the precious moments, be loved, and stay, dude. I'm out of here. Turn the green screen off. Good God, my air fryer is about to go off, and I filmed this video in record time. All before my air fryer went off. I got French fries in there. See you later. I'm out of here. Good God.